When breaking down a stage, it's critical to understand a course of fire, and that means knowing where your targets are and knowing where your shooting positions are. But after that, it's time to dig a little deeper, and the next step in breaking down a stage successfully is determining where to reload and how to engage your targets. For those lower capacity divisions of 10 rounds or less, figuring out where to reload is absolutely critical to having a good stage. Generally, it's best to avoid a standing reload. We often call it a flat-footed reload. Sometimes it's mandated by the course of fire, but when it isn't, it should be avoided. Reloading in the middle of an array while the clock is ticking is always going to result in a slower run. Even if you're shooting a higher capacity division with just a single reload on a stage, it's important to plan it so that it works with your round count and your movement. Most courses of fire feature target arrays, meaning that you're shooting multiple targets from a single position. And figuring out how you're going to engage those targets is the next step. For stationary targets in an array, a common strategy is to shoot the first target you see first and then sweep through the remaining targets, either right to left or left to right. Depending on target difficulty and if the shooting position is awkward or challenging, you may wish to shoot the deepest target or the toughest target first, especially if it's not your final position. For those target arrays that have moving targets or activator targets, this can be a little bit more complicated and you have to learn your timing. You may be able to shoot other targets in between that activator and when the moving target starts to move. If possible, watch how others shoot the array to help you decide on the best way to engage the targets for your skill level. There are no 100% hard, fast rules all the time for breaking down stages, but it is important to understand your own skill level as well as your comfort level. Use training and practice at local matches to test out pushing yourself and learning how to shoot targets faster, as well as learning where to reload.